All right, guys, welcome to the 10th Annual Future Awards. I'm on the red carpet at the Intercontinental Hotel with this gorgeous, bodacious, lovely
Why are you looking
Zena.
at me?
Because you look
Stop.
so hot.
Look at you.
Thank you. I mean, you look really hot. But who are you wearing?
Can you guys notice we're matching? Purple lips, purple.
And purple tuxedo. So, I mean, Zena, who are you wearing?
I'm wearing Rocket by Tope FNL.
Ah, cool. And I'm wearing Taya Gabriel. But yeah, so guys, this is the awards to showcase excellence in business, entertainment, and charity all over Africa. And it's really huge. Big stars here. Bonang and Daria are hosting.
I can't wait to meet
Yes.
her.
And I think the band is also performing, right? I heard that too.
And Chidima as well.
Chidima, Miss KDK.
Yeah.
I love her. Okay, well, so without further ado, we're going to be bringing you some of the hottest fashions and trends and also meeting some of the nominees. So stay tuned and do not go anywhere because we're holding it down, right, Zena?
Yes, we are.
All right. This is like hands down one of my most favorite people ever, Miss Info Ekpo. What's up, boo?
Can you tell she's matching with us?
I know, purple. See,
That's
you are
on purpose.
down
You
with the
did that
dress
on
code.
purpose.
See, I mean, we're swagged out right now. How you doing? I mean, it's lovely to see you, and you look so nice. Who are you wearing tonight?
You know, I just said I knew I'd be asked that question 100 times tonight.
So you memorized it?
So no, I tied it to what we do at the Future Project because we try to encourage enterprise.
Yeah.
So I got the tailor beside me, beside my house, who sews fantastic things, but he's never just done an evening gown for anything. And I said, you know what, your finishing is really good. You will do my red carpet dress this year. And so I sat down with him and we designed it together. This is his first ever dinner gown or red carpet.
What's his name? What's the name? Where can we find him?
His name is Ishmael and he's in Lekki Peso.
Bless his heart.
Ishmael, shout out to you, Ishmael, because can you give us a twirl? Like a little oh, don't look too long. Yeah, sexy.
Exactly, and he got it. So I was so proud.
No,
I was totally so proud.
I'm really proud of him.
Yes,
So yeah,
yes,
you should be too.
yes.
First of all, let's just start by saying, who are you wearing?
I am wearing a Chechi Arinze, which is lovely. I think it's so fun. It's like me. It's like,
I feel like we're all like doing that right now. So, let's show our legs. Yeah.
no, it's fun. It's light. It's easy. It's nothing too dramatic. So yeah.
Hey, but guys, lovely to see you. Who are you wearing?
Deco. I was going to do, honestly, I'm not lying. I was going to wear a suit because of Denola. I didn't wear a suit. Honestly.
Oh,
He
so
was,
wait.
he was like, I'm not standing next to that
I knew I was
boy.
going to lose anyway.
Baby, who are you wearing tonight?
My are for inspiration.
Of course. Uki from Benin. How you doing, love?
Fine, thank you very much.
You look so pretty tonight.
Thank you.
Is this your first time here?
Yes, it is.
And first of all, congratulations on being,
I know, right? We're so
nominated.
rude.
Yeah, I know, like, congrats.
It's just so much
Yeah,
going
it's
on.
like-
I understand, don't worry.
So wait, who are you wearing tonight?
I have no idea.
I found my first color sister of the night, and I'm very excited. It's the beautiful Vimbai Mutinhiri. How are you doing?
Oh, I love the way you say my name. Are you sure you're not Zimbabwean deep down inside?
Maybe there's some Zimbabwean in me. I don't know.
There must be. It's great to be here. You look amazing. You look dapper as well.
Now, Vimbai, I know that you are a friend of Red Media and the Future Awards. You hosted the nominee reception last year. You did the nominee announcement this year. And the Future Awards is 10.
Yes.
Being that you're so close to the family, how does that make you feel?
You know what? I am so proud of these guys, specifically Adebola and Chude. I know they've got a great team of people who are working and very dedicated to it, but I love their vision and their commitment to their vision. And, no matter what challenges come, they're sticking with it. 10 years is no joke. So congratulations again to the Future Awards Africa. Wishing you 10 more and 10 more after that. Let me come to these awards with my grandchildren so we can... yeah.
All right, guys, so we are back and we are here with one of the nominees for today's award, and that is Teresa Mbadaya.
Yes, correct.
I hope you got that right.
He did.
Okay, so you are also being nominated for the Person of the Year.
Yes, Young Person of the Year.
Isn't that amazing, Mimi?
No, like I think I'm just done. Like I'm done. There's way too much greatness around me. I can't take it anymore.
And she's a woman. She's repping, man. She's repping.
She's
You are
repping.
representing women.
I have to be. I think it's often important to have women, especially young women, in positions that prove to be a positive example for young girls. So I'm glad to be on this stage. And I'm nominated with some amazing people.
And we have a public servant in the house. How are you doing tonight?
I'm fine. Yeah.
Okay, so you are being here nominated for the category of
Person of the Year
public
in
service.
public service.
Public service.
Yeah.
All right. So, what is it like that you are being recognized all the way in Nigeria in such a place like this, especially at this event, this award ceremony?
Firstly, I'm very much impressed and overwhelmed to have been recognized as the only Liberian from Liberia in this competition, nominated and shortlisted. I work for the Liberian government. I was recruited by the president of Liberia and sent at the Ministry of Finance and Development Planning at the budget department to work on government budgeting and to see how best we can contribute and work on the projected forecasting of our Liberian budget to see how best it can have a direct effect on the Liberian people. So my work has attracted a lot of people, especially as a young man in the public service, being committed and making sure that the right things are being done. And so I was nominated, I didn't know, by surprise, and I saw that I was shortlisted.
So we are still here for the Future Awards Africa 2015, and we are here with a nominee, David Asioma, under the category for agriculture, right?
Yes.
So I'm seeing the smirk on your face, like,
Yeah,
it's almost like you can't
I'm
believe
wondering
you're
what
here.
he's thinking.
Well, this is my third international recognition this year, so yeah, it's something in line.
All right.
Now, can you tell us a little bit more about the work in agriculture, your work in agriculture that has gotten you this recognition tonight?
Well, I started Agro Mindset back in my undergrad days to mobilize the youth into agriculture. So basically, it was an agriculture educator program. The company has grown from an NGO to a farmer-based organization. In the last year, I produced about 2 million eggs to feed the Ghanaian. I produce about 6,000 broilers. I have a logistics as well to help young farmers and new farm entrants have effective links to markets. And I have an academy coming, that is an online agriculture educator program where youth in Africa can learn agriculture for free. Because what we learn is that despite the fact that agriculture is likely to be a key domain area for employment for much of the youth in Africa, it has an image disconnect. People don't give recognition to agriculture. People don't understand what it is. People just think it's still the hoe and the cutlass. But others are making good sums of money inside agriculture. So we want to set an online school, which is up and coming. Yeah.
And we have here Eze Ifedi, nominee tonight for the Ford Foundation Prize for Youth Employment. Well done. That sounds like so much work already. Well done.
Yeah, thank you.
How do you feel to be nominated tonight?
Oh, I feel excited, really. I mean, I wasn't expecting it, and it just came. So I'm happy.
That's the kind of mail you like to receive, right?
Oh, yeah, sure.
So if I see you an Igbo man.
Yes, I am an Igbo man.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about the work you do.
Okay, we work with small businesses and startups. We help them to develop sustainable growth options for their businesses. And also we work with undergraduates. We teach them how to become more employable so that they can, have a better opportunity in the job market.
All right. So when you got the invitation for this awards as a nominee, did you tell your family and your mother? And your mother was like, "Hey, my son has made it."
That kind of thing. And then after she was, oh yeah, my son has made it, and then she said, "Nah, okay, in the Ford Foundation Award."
Are they going to give you a car?
African needs you. Listen, you have one life to live. If you're lucky, then you might get two. I was down, so down, took the hit. Was a miracle that got me through. Ooh, I was in the war, paid my dues. My pettiest cause, but nothing to lose. Tonight, yes, I'm a cover one in front of the crowd. Hey, oh, 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 hey, oh, oh. Oh, yeah, look at me now. Hey, oh, 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 hey, oh, 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 baby. Oh, baby, I'm a cover one in front of the crowd. Africa needs you. Listen.
Good evening, Africa. Make some noise. Come on. Hello, everybody. Good evening, Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a real pleasure for me to be here. I think you guys look so beautiful tonight. I think you deserve a big round of applause for yourselves. All right. Tonight, we are celebrating the most unique of Africa's young talents. We are unveiling the best of our youth tonight. But I can't do this alone. I can't do this by myself. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my sister from the south of Africa. South Africa's media darling. The queen of South African media. TV host, radio personality, and fine girl, professional fine girl, PFG. Ladies and gentlemen, my sister, welcome to the microphone, Bonang Matheba. Hey.
Thank you very much. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Bonjour, sanibonani madume. And I'm sending you lots of greetings all the way across the south of Africa. What an honor to be here. And thank you very much, by the way, for that incredible introduction.
I would do it over and over and over again.
You can do it over and over again. I'd love to.
You look absolutely stunning tonight, Bonang, doesn't she, ladies and gentlemen?
Thank you.
GJC Couture, South Africa.
Exactly.
You know?
And you knew I was going to be here. So they said to Dare, you need to look the part. So tell me who made you look this spectacular.
I tried
tonight.
small. This is Okunore, repping Nigeria, you're repping SA. Make some noise for JGC and Okunore twins, ladies and gentlemen.
It's going to be an incredible night tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very, very much for joining us today. It's all about saluting, acknowledging, and celebrating incredible young South Africans, by the way, who are doing amazing things. So I think let's get the show on the road.
We are. And how better to start than for us to rise to our feet for the national anthem.
And with that said, ladies and gentlemen, before we introduce the incredible people who are going to help us celebrate the national anthem of our host country, who do you have on the lineup?
Well, we have several people performing. That was an absolutely amazing performance from D'banj, wasn't it?
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
it was incredible. And like the Future Awards, D'banj is also celebrating 10 years, all right, in the industry. So that's something to marvel at.
Talking about 10 years, ladies and gentlemen, as we are on our feet, we will be celebrating 10 years of the future Africa, 10 years of innovation, 10 years of bright minds, entrepreneurs, innovators, and the rest and the likes.
Absolutely.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the national anthem, let's welcome to the microphone Niola.
OCUJK.
And Chidima Ekile.
It's time for us to get the show on the road. But before we get to the awards tonight, today is all about Africa Needs You, right?
Hashtag Africa Needs You. If you have your phones right now, of course, TFAA 2015, use the hashtag Africa Needs You.
Follow us on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter, and let everybody know what's happening tonight. But in order to remind everybody here why Africa needs you, we've put together a short video. Take a look.
Decades ago, northern Nigeria was the primary provider of the agricultural produce that launched our nation into one of the growing economies in Africa. Most of the food crops, cash crops, and internally produced raw materials that kept us flourishing came from the northern region. Indeed, the green in our flag represents the once bountiful harvests of the land. Our dear northern region was referred to as the food basket of the nation, and agriculture there ranged from yams to potatoes, onions, fibers to livestock, and the world-famous pyramids of groundnuts. The average northerner was a proud farmer. In these glory years, plenteous harvests created unity, joy, happiness, and an atmosphere where hard work and dedication was celebrated. But just like a silent rumble of thunder warning, the slow wind that warns of a coming storm, the insurgency came. Starting from Borno, it went from a few attacks to a few more attacks, then more attacks, and hundreds of thousands of Nigerians, children, women have lost their lives, and many more losing their livelihoods.
Nazo Gagoza, Chinene, Boko Haram ne akore mu. Ruwa yana soka a ciki ga wahala a ciki. Makaranta muna yi gashi ba uniform. Ba abin da gwamnati ta ce.
Boko Haram into Borno State and pursued us from houses. They kill our husbands, they pack our children, even the places that we are. They burn the place all. My son step bomb blast.
The government did not readily attend to this scourge that hit our northern brothers, and so it flourished into wanton carnage and unwarranted terror.
So this bridge obviously was attacked by Boko Haram last year. You can see the bridge is going to be down inevitably at some point, and it's not yet reconstructed.
No one that is looking after us like a citizen of Nigeria.
The insurgents extended to Yobe, Gombe, Mubi, and Bauchi as the operations of the terrorists proceeded into states in the northwest and north central.
We ran out from the village. We just found ourselves in this place. Some of us have spent something like 20 days in the road. Some of us, they passed through mountain, found themselves all the way from Goza.
We run out of Mubi. We enter bush. We sleep like 3 days in the bush.
They have grown into that lion that cannot be tamed, that tiger that cannot be domesticated. Their carnival of bloodbath and destruction has expanded to Cameroon, Niger, and Chad.
Many people were moved from Mubi to different locations in Cameroon to Yola, pregnant women, seeing them suffering, students running away, helter skelter, losing so many things during the insurgency.
According to the statistics, over 2.5 million people have been displaced by Boko Haram, the size of 7 countries in the Caribbean. The North has now become a war zone. Our North, which nomadic freedom and preservative culture entrenched its love in our hearts, is now ravaged. How tragic. The people are tired. They cannot hope anymore because it is hopeless. They do not trust fate. Fate has given them death, bomb blasts, and misery. They do not trust the unseen future anymore. It might hold an explosion. They live in absolute fear.
We used to see it in television, Syria, the Afghanistan, and the Iraq, but we experience it here live in Mubi, in Michika, and in Hong.
On 13 November, they come for Chibok again. They come and kill some soldiers. You reach 120 people when they came for here.
In a show of empathy and to shed light on the plight of these displaced persons, the Future Project visited these war-torn places: Chibok, Mubi, Minchika, Gobi, and IDPs in Kano, Abuja, and Yola.
We just left Chibok, which is the last of phase 1 of this tour, trying to find out directly the stories of inspiration and the stories of the challenges that young Africans are facing across Africa. We wanted to see these things for ourselves, not just hear the stories, not just think about them, but actually feel them. What we've seen reminds us of the urgency of the task that's ahead of us, reminds us that yes, Africa might be rising, but there is still so much work to be done, and it's not even a joking matter.
And offered hope to the displaced. Their visits show them what it's like to be neglected, how it feels to live without hope for tomorrow. Our northern brothers need our help. They need to know that we care. They need to know that they can lean on us in these tragic times. Africa needs you.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Ben Llewellyn-Jones. I'm from the British High Commission here in Nigeria, and here to present the Future Africa Award Prize in Enterprise Support. And the nominees are
Clarisse Iribagize, 26, Rwanda. Catherine Mahugu, 27, Kenya. Olufumbi Falayi, 29, Nigeria.
And the very, very lucky winner is Olufunbi Falayi.
Olufumbi Falayi helped launch a privately owned and managed vocational training institution, Southern Business Academy, Lagos. He's also a co-founder of Passion Incubator Project 4, an education non-profit organization. Passion Incubator helps young technology entrepreneurs build their businesses from scratch. In the 1 year Passion Incubator has been in existence, it has helped different dreams to become established businesses. Falayi is very driven to help his people and his country thrive in technology and business sector. Recent successes with clients include Wara Cakes and Talking Books. With Wara Cakes, he helped develop a middleware platform for consumers to order sweets and bakeries from different suppliers. Talking Books turns Nigerian literature and books into audiobooks.
Hello, it's me. I was wondering if after all these years you'd like to meet, to go over everything. They say time's supposed to heal ya, but I ain't done much healing. Hello, can you hear me? I'm in California dreaming about who we used to be. We're younger and free.
Africa needs you. Why are you waiting for somebody else to do it? Why does it have to be somebody else that would solve that problem that annoys you so much about your country, about your community, about a particular service offered you by the private sector? Why are you waiting for somebody else? Why do you think you are entitled to somebody else doing it? Why not you? The truth is that if a supplier knows that they can supply you anything and you would buy, they would act like monopolists. The monopolist has no incentive to be efficient because the market will always take whatever they offer. That's what has been happening. Because you've been sitting around just forming cool. Africa doesn't need you to stay cool because the conditions are not cool for those that have not gotten the kind of privilege that you have. They need you to actively engage in governance. Effective governance will happen when you happen. Thank you.
Good evening. We're here to present for two categories. The Future Awards Prize in Education and in Public Service.
And the nominees are
Lily Kodzro, 27, Ghana. Josephine Marie Godwill, Ghana. Cynthia Onwuchuruba, 23, Nigeria.
And the winner is Lily Kodzro.
Lily Kodzro is the CEO of Devio Arts Center. A social entrepreneur, Kodzro believes that children and young people can create and inspire their own future and can contribute positively to their communities. She makes use of creative and imaginative ways to introduce students and schools to practical visual arts application. A strong advocate for attitude and policy change towards improving the overall quality of STEM education in African schools, Lily hopes to impact 100,000 African students within the next 5 years. The Devio Arts Center, a social enterprise initiative, uses creative and digital art as a catalyst to stimulate constructive learning and creative thinking in Ghanaian children. The center has provided transformational impact by providing infrastructure, resources, and inclusive access to children from disadvantaged backgrounds to engage in creative and digital art, reaching over 1,700 children since 2014.
We are here to present the Future Award Africa Prize in Public Service.
And the nominees are
Nkechi Okwone, 27, Nigeria. Sakaja Johnson, 30, Kenya. Emmanuel N.B. Flomo, 27, Liberia.
And the winner for prize in public service is
Emmanuel N.B. Flomo was selected by the president based on his accomplishment at the Cottington University while serving as a student leader. Flomo was assigned to the Ministry of Finance and Planning as a budget analyst working in the economic service sector. He worked on preparing budgets for other ministries and agencies in government, plans, spending plans, and managing the execution of the budgets. Flomo was later appointed by the Finance Minister of Liberia as Budget Director for the Ministry of Commerce and Industry to help in the formulation and preparation of the ministry's budget, while also providing guidance on the execution. In April 2015, he was honored by the President of the Republic of Liberia for his outstanding performance at the Ministry of Finance and Development Planning. He was elected in February 2015 as the Vice President for International Affairs of the Liberia National Students Union, the umbrella organization for all students in Liberia.
Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to Emmanuel N.B. Flomo.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's an absolute honor to be here this evening. I've got my lovely date with me. He doesn't even know he's my date, but he's my date. Just to speak for a few seconds quickly before we present this very prestigious award, I want to thank Chude and Adebola for having me, because as a young Zimbabwean, it could have been easy for me to succumb to a narrative that told me that nothing good could come from where I came from. So if not for the vision of Pan-Africanists who instilled in me a belief in myself that my dreams are attainable, no matter what corner of Africa I come from, no matter what my background is, my family, it matters not, because what is in this heart and the Africa that we're building for ourselves is so much greater. So I just want to thank the Future Project, Chude Adebola. Thank you so much for this fantastic initiative.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm sorry, I talk too much.
Need I say more? So maybe we should go ahead with the award. Thank you.
Great. I'm sorry, I have that problem. Anyway, the Future Africa Award Prize in Agriculture is the next category, and the nominees are
David Asaima, 27, Ghana. Fanka A. Yena, 28, Cameroon. Momar Mastal Momar, 27, Gambia.
And the winner is David Asiama.
David Asare Asaima is extremely passionate about the development of a new generation of African youth with the requisite capacity to exploit the diverse opportunities in agriculture as an avenue for sustainable employment and food security. Agro Mindset, which was created while David was in his third year on campus, has impacted positively on the lives of over 7,000 young students, both in Ghana and Africa, through its innovative and creative programs like agribusiness outreach programs, field trainings, farm business development, entrepreneurial workshops, and symposia. The project kicked off with the farm, which has so far sold over 1 million eggs to the Ghanaian populace. The farm has also generated employment to people and families as Asamoah continues to challenge a generation of people to go into agriculture.
Woke up one Sunday morning, told my daddy I'm leaving home, going off to the city tomorrow, even though I don't know where to go. And daddy said, son, don't be a fool, 'cause life in the city is unbelievable. Get broken, no, you're just a little boy, and you may never find your way. And I said, I know I could get lost, I know I could get broken. Give me, Father, but I gotta take a chance. Oh, I'm already gone, so just pray for me. Badura. Pray I find my way. Oh, forgive me, Father, but I gotta take a chance. Oh, I'm already gone, so just pray for me. Pray I find my way. Oh, forgive me, Father, but I gotta take a chance. Oh, I'm already gone, so just pray for me.
Good evening, everyone.
The nominees for the Tony Elumelu Prize for Business are
Evans Wadongo, 29, Kenya. Samuel Malinga, 26, Uganda. Ali Shah Jivraj, 27, Uganda.
And the winner of the Tony Elumelu Prize in Business is Samuel Malinga.
Samuel Malinga's team developed a mechanism to address the entire fecal sludge management chain. They invented a new modular latrine called Durasan, made up of durable interlocking precast concrete blocks, a low-cost pit emptying pump called Orama, primary transportation devices, grappler, handcart, and schlifter, and a decentralized fecal sludge treatment system. The modular toilet is usually constructed in 2 to 3 days, depending on the number of stances. It is long-lasting and avoids the common problems of other latrines arising from poor workmanship, delays by masons, and overcharging. The Rama makes it possible for full pits, both lined and unlined, in informal settlements to be emptied in an acceptable sanitary manner. The DFSTS is made up of rotor-mold plastic tanks for treatment of fecal sludge in areas lacking treatment plants. Together, this suite of technologies provides affordable quality sanitation services to different communities, individuals, improving hygiene and reducing fecal-related diseases.
On behalf of the Ford Foundation, we're here to present an award to incredible young Nigerians who are doing incredible things to create jobs for themselves and other colleagues in the society at a time when the level of youth unemployment in our country is reaching the 50% mark, if you look at the latest statistics. And the nominees for these awards are
The Ford Foundation, as part of their efforts to empower young Nigerians, partnered with the Future Awards Africa on the Ford Foundation Prize for Youth Employment. The award seeks nominees who drive action actively tackling youth unemployment with positive impact in their communities. The Future Awards Africa team, with trusted judges, went round the cities in the geopolitical zones of the country screening young people. They visited Kano, Ibadan, Port Harcourt, Enugu, Abuja, and Lagos. 6 winners emerged, 1 per geopolitical zone. We present them to you.
And the winner for the Ford Foundation Prize for Youth Employment is...
The winner is Ukembo Dare.
Ukinebo Dare is the CEO of Poise Graduate Finishing Academy, which works with youth in the area of personal development.
Nigerian graduates should be trained while they are in school on employability so that when they come out, they already know who they are.
She's been able to secure internships and employment opportunities for graduates of the academy. PGFA has attained an employment rate of 87% as organizations continually testify to the quality of graduates that come out of the program.
An example of somebody who has been to PGFA and benefited from the training is Helen Egbe. She got this amazing job at Power Pensions, and after working for a short while, she was promoted and she's now heading a unit. Mr. Toby Olarinwaju, he went for his internship at Nigerian Breweries. After that period, he got a job in a power company. Did well. He's being rewarded for outstanding performance. We also have Temi Igure. She was made the head of Smile Network in Benin.
In spite of limited resources, she has trained over 10,000 graduates in 5 years. In addition, she organizes the PGFA Charity Week, which has impacted over 8,500 underprivileged individuals.
So we work in the area of developing people so that they can acquire the jobs they want, and then we help them get those jobs.
Through the Making an Impact project, she has raised scholarships for the intelligent graduates from low-income backgrounds.
Some people finish the program and go on to start their own businesses and employ people, while some people finish the course and go on to start on their jobs.
She's a recipient of the prestigious Business Day Nigeria 40 Under 40 Award for Excellence in Nigeria.
Thank you very much. I'd like to appreciate God. I'd like to appreciate everyone. And most importantly, every other person in this category. I'd like to say that there's so much more we can do. There's so many people out there with big dreams who want to just start good careers. And with the support of everyone in this room, we can achieve so much for Africa. Thank you.
This is your check.
Thank you.
2 young men, no connections, no money, no backing, just an idea. That the youth mattered and had a part to play. That the future leaders of tomorrow should now be present leaders of today. And even if nobody gave them the chance, they still had to make their voice heard. Their words count for something, for the good of society. Let's prove them wrong, these young men thought. Let's prove that our generation is not a wasted one.
Myself and my friends at that time, we came across a lot of young people who were seemingly hopeless and helpless in Nigeria. And at the same time, we also came across a few of those kind of young people who were, despite all the challenges in Nigeria, were making some bit of successes, in different fields.
And so they began the journey to make Africa's future count through empowerment, engagement, and recognition. In 2006, with nothing but an idea, the Future Awards was born. 2007, and the dynamic team delivered with an even better show. 2008, the youth were making waves and the world was finally sitting up, paying attention to the Future Awards campaign. 2009 was MI's year. He made his first major appearance on stage. 2010, the electrifying acts and performances of the night made the 2010 edition a show to remember, and the unpopular like Tolu Shongo Sonya took home the awards.
My first well-known award. The other people in my category had more of thousands of people they've influenced, and all they wrote about me was Tolusho Nkusoya teaches children of the Dustbin Estate how to read and write, 75 of them.
2011, everybody that mattered stormed the landmark village and a new standard was created. 2012, the president's photographer, Bayo Omoboriowo, was honored with the award just few years after he had walked into the Future Project Office for photography training. 2013, the Future Awards continues to unearth youthful talents and share their stories to a global audience.
I worked in a bank, but the only time I realized that I was going to resign from the bank was when I won the Future Awards. I looked at, I knew that, oh, this thing makes sense, this thing looks big.
The awards hit the continent and the whole continent embraced it.
Well, for me, winning the Future Awards African, it means a lot to me because, as you know, I've been to different awards and most of them are the music awards, but when it comes to the Future Awards, it's something different. Like the whole Africa is in this award.
2014 was another night of splendor and inspiration. Best of African youth converged as a unit. They pushed the Stop Ebola campaign. 2015, it's 10 years. 10 years of active citizenship, inspiring leadership, and building enterprise. Join us for another 10 years. The story continues as the youth continue to blaze trails, continue to defy stereotypes, and continue to write their own future.
Good evening. We're grateful for all of you who are here to celebrate 10 years with us. And just before we unveil a new platform that we are creating from the Future Awards, I've been asked to preface that announcement with an explanation of how we got here and what we hope for the future. I call it the danger of a simple story, inspired, of course, by Chimamanda. In 2000, The Economist made a bold declaration about Africa. It called us the hopeless continent. We screamed, we protested, some people fainted. Oyinbo people were trying to put us down. They were insulting us. It was time to tell our own stories, etc. So by 2011, the foreign media had gotten the message and the narrative had changed. Africa, they now declared, is rising. BRICS means N11. The hopeless continent is now bursting with hope. Hope, change, love, joy. The middle class now has more pot bellies. All of us cheered, pride restored, victory secured, battle won. But what exactly did we win? It reminds me of a dear, dear friend of mine whom I invited last year to come join an effort to battle Ebola. And she said to me, oh no, I don't want to be part of any negative narratives of Africa. And I thought to myself, but this is not a narrative something. This is a reality. As part of the build-up to tonight's event, my colleagues and I toured the northeast of Nigeria. We visited Yola, we visited Mubi. We went to Chibok. Oh, the things we saw. The tragedy is not the stories that you know. It's the ones that we don't even know. It's not the fact that yesterday it became 600 days since the Chibok parents lost their children and still have no news. It's the fact that the armored tanks and the collapsed bridges still lie there, unattended to, unreconstructed. These trips show the strong disconnect between the Africa Rising narrative and the realities on the ground. So instead of simple stories, how about simple reality? That Africa is not a dark continent, but it has more blackouts than any other at this moment. We don't need part-time Africans. People who are content to sit in little cocoons and substitute one simple story for another. We don't need part-time citizens. We need the full-time ones. We need a groundswell of active, involved, engaged citizens solving problems at the same time across our continent. That's why the Future Awards Africa is in cities over the next 1 year. That's why we're finding young people who are solving problems across these communities, and we are telling their stories and spreading their action. That's why we're working with our partners to get them all the support that they need and can get. We will train them, we will support them, and we will help them scale. We need full-time problem solvers in our continent. And that might not be the story that we like to hear in our conferences, on our PowerPoint presentations, in our meeting with investors. But that is the story we all need to hear. That our continent needs us desperately, critically, and urgently. Africa needs me, and it needs you. It needs us all. It needs us urgently. Thank you, and God bless you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're here to present an award to the Young Person of the Year. We're very excited about this, and we're wondering who the winner is going to be.
I'm wondering as well, but there are 3 nominees, and they are
Teresa Mbagaya, 28, Kenya. Philip Obaji Philip Jr., 29, Nigeria. Barclay Okari, 23, Kenya.
And the winner is
Philip Obaji Jr. has continued to advocate for basic primary education for street children, popularly called Almajiris, in the northeast of Nigeria. In 2014, the One Game campaign provided 100,000 exercise books and pens to children in Borno and Gombe states, and also established a book center in Maiduguri, Borno State. Obaji Jr. has brought together hundreds of former child soldiers in a movement to end the conscription of children by local vigilantes fighting Boko Haram. Through his Off the Streets project, Philip supports displaced children by providing them with food and clothing and enrolling them into a mentoring program.
Thank you all for coming out to be with us tonight. We do not take it for granted that every year in the last 10, we have always had a hall full and brimming with inventors, with innovators, with the brilliance of Africa. Every year, the future was open up and we bring and unearth superstars across the continent. Tonight, it's as much about the winners and as much about every young person in here who is doing work, who is creating something out of nothing. I shared last week that our generation is one that has been given nothing, but has created something. Our generation is one that had to, on their own and with their own bare hands and with the shoulders of a few committed Nigerians, created something and redefined their story. They say if the lion doesn't tell his story, we will only hear about the hunter side of the story. What we have done in the last 10 years is to re-engineer and reconstruct the story of what youth means for Africa. And so tonight, I celebrate all of you in this room, and I encourage you to give yourselves a round of applause.
Oh yeah, celebration! Everybody sing it. After the reggae, play the blues, blues. Oh yeah, make you do as I do. Enjoy yourself, baby boo. Cause even your boo get him. Yeah, mama, that's it. Oh, Shelly, gala, Shelly, booze, booze. Everybody wanna groove, groove. Let's go. Yeah. They skip you.